Steve Sather, CEO of El Pollo Loco. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start out with gas prices. We've had gas prices come down the past few months. What impact is that having on your business?
Well, certainly the consumer has more money in their pocket, and we think that's helping. It's hard to measure. We had very positive comp sales even when gas prices were high, but this is certainly helping the consumer for all brands, not just the quick service or fast casual, but probably in the higher dining as well. People have more money in their pockets.
And are you seeing them spend that money at the restaurants?
Well, we've certainly had very positive comp performance over the first 3 quarters of 2014. Haven't reported yet fourth quarter, but we feel very good about the brand.
Now, you recently announced that you're expanding the line of the menu items for the 500 calories or less. Mm-hmm. Will you be adding to that portfolio kind of as we go throughout the year?
Well, we started the 500 menu last January, in January of 2014. We just recently, in this January, added 4 more items to those 5. And what we'll be doing is keeping those items fresh as we go throughout the year. Our product, our flame-grilled citrus marinated chicken, has always been very healthy for you. It's not deep fried, it's grilled right in front of your eyes. And the 500 menu, which we take that chicken and chop it into menu items that we make, has been very popular. Certainly health is an important aspect for the consumer in the future.
A lot of indications point to rising commodity costs, rising costs of poultry in 2015. What sort of impact is that likely to have on the business this year?
Well, we did see certainly a rise this year, and that was kind of counter because usually it's in conjunction with corn prices, and corn prices are down, but the chicken costs are up a little bit in 2015. We're taking a slight price increase for that, but we've seen other items on what we call our market basket come down. So one of our highest ratings at El Pollo Loco is our price-value relationships, and we always want to maintain that for the consumer. We think that value equation is very important.
What kind of customer is the El Pollo Loco resonating with? Is it male, female? What's the demographic?
Yeah, we skew slightly female. We're 25 to 49. Resonate very well with families that are looking for healthy alternatives. Moms making that choice at night. We have a very popular 3-course family meal for $20. You can get a salad, an appetizer. You get 8 pieces of chicken, 2 sides, and dessert for $20. So that's a very popular family meal for us.
You've got about 400 company-owned and franchised outlets on the West Coast primarily. Where will you expand next?
Yeah, we're currently at what I call a Southwest footprint, about 415 stores. About 60% of those are franchise, just under 60%, 40% company. A new market that we entered in 2014 was Houston. We already had stores in San Antonio and the Rio Grande Valley, but we opened up in Houston this year, opened our first store in Sugar Land in October, and then we did Copperfield in December, and just opened last week our 3rd Houston store, Katy, which we're very excited about our Houston development. We've got 7+ stores on the line for next year, for this year, 2015, in the Houston market. So we're very pleased so far with the Houston performance. It's early, they're still in their honeymoon stage, but very pleased so far with the reception.
Your IPO at the end of July brought in a little more than $100 million. What are you doing with that cash? Are you using that to expand in places like Texas or for other purposes?
First of all, we used the proceeds from the IPO to pay down our second lien debt. If you looked at the company about a little over a year and a half ago, we had about $40 million in interest payments, so that was quite large. And in the fall of 2013, we refinanced, took that down to about $20 million. When we did the IPO, that took it down to a little under $12 million, and we just recently refinanced again in December 11th, that closed, and that took our interest payments down to a little under $5 million. And so the difference with that money we're using for growth. We're on an accelerated growth path now.
Your lockup period expires on January 21st. A lot of concern about potential selling of more shares that might happen. Is that going to happen, or have you seen the shares come down to a point where you want to hold on to them?
You know, we did a follow-on offering at the end of last year, so really there's another additional lockup period, 90 days beyond that. So we've kind of already experienced that and with that follow-on offering, so there won't, when it comes up on the January, that doesn't really affect us because we're still in that now extended lockout.
Gotcha. And so where do you see shares now? I mean, shares have come down a lot. Do you want to buy back shares? Do you want to hold on to the current
Well,
shares?
we have no plans to buy back shares as we're using that money for growth. We priced our IPO, went out at 15 and went up very, very rapidly. And we've seen over the last week or so another rally. It's starting to increase again, so we're very happy. I really don't focus on the day-to-day price of the stock. We focus on execution of our growth strategy.